Okay, so before I get started, I wanted to say I've recently had a lot of new subscribers, and I just wanted to kind of tell you guys how much I appreciate y'all. I've had some kind of jumps, and the YouTube kind of, I guess, just picked me up. Finally started to share my videos. It just took them a while, but divine timing, I guess. So I appreciate you guys, and also, I want to give a shout out to Joy over at A Journey in Light and Anastasia over at Confessions of an Angel Tarot. Both of them have been really helpful, and they've also, you know, both have shared a lot of my videos and my name and all that, and so I really appreciate them a lot, and I appreciate you guys. So anyway, just wanted to say my thank you, and this is going to be fun. I feel like I've spent 3 days trying to figure out what reading I'm going to do. I actually set this up 3 days ago, and I wanted to make sure I felt good about it before I kind of put one out there. So what I came up with is, what are they not telling you? Okay. So what is this person on your mind not saying? And this doesn't have to be just romance, okay? This could be anything. You just wonder what someone on your mind is just not telling you. You feel like there's something intuitively, but you're having a hard time kind of picking up on it, either because you're too close to this person, or it's something that's maybe making you feel uncomfortable. But this is really for y'all to kind of get back to your intuition about this person and that feeling that you're having, okay? Okay, so pile 1, we have the Crystal Unicorn Tarot with the this is like they call it cotton candy, which I think is kind of neat, but cotton candy or a quartz crystal tower. Okay, so that's pile 1, and then pile 2 is the Moon Witch Tarot, and I love this tarot. Y'all have probably seen me use it a lot. This is the Rose Quartz Heart, so that's pile 2. And pile 3, this is the Luna Soul Tarot, and then this is a piece of cat's eye, blue cat's eye stone. Okay, guys. So, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, timestamps are down below, and I'll see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. So if y'all chose the Crystal Unicorn Tarot in this cotton candy tower, I'm going to put this to the side here. Okay. And we're going to put the tarot to the side. Y'all know I like to use oracles for when we're talking about a person and we don't know exactly who this is. I like to be able to pull some characteristics about this person, and plus these are going to also kind of give me a look at who this person maybe kind of who they are to you, or what they're kind of wanting from you, how you're associated with this person. Okay, that's what I want to say. So how are you associated with this person? And any characteristics that we can figure out about this person. Okay. And then we're going to pull some more oracles to kind of get a better look at them, what they can't tell you. What they can't tell you. Okay. What can you tell us about this person? Spirit, for pile 1. What can you tell us about this person that's needing to tell pile 1 something? We have wealth. Okay. Guys, this came out in reverse, and I'm going to take it like that. I gotcha. So, the deal is that this person could be someone that's very focused on their career. They could be someone that's really focused on oh my gosh, I'm getting so much stuff now. It's all flooding in. Okay. This is someone that could be very focused on not only their career, but maybe just responsibilities that are in their life. They may not have an exact idea of what it is they want, or could be someone that's just invests in a lot of different things. They could be trying to just gain their wealth here, become someone that's very, can be very kind of independent and sit back, where they have a lot of other people that kind of work for them or kind of help them in some kind of way. They could be someone that's kind of focused on their priorities at this time of what they're needing, because all these different things that he's holding, like you have the water, so like water, you have, you know, food over here, or wheat, you know, how to kind of invest in something to grow. You have the justice here and a doctor here. I mean, there's kind of like everyday things that he's kind of holding, you know, in his hand, that this person's kind of always constantly thinking about the things that they'll need. Like, so maybe they're trying to figure out how to kind of still take care of all the things that they need around them, but also help themselves gain something in the meantime. They're trying to figure out, this is someone that's trying to figure out how to live. You know? Okay. I don't know why I always say that. Like, y'all are going to just come through here and just answer me. That would be cool, though, if I could do a live reading. I'd love to do a live reading. My internet's not that great, though. So I hope that kind of gives you a better look at this person, if that makes sense. Let's take a look and see how you know this person. How do you know this person? Pile 1. How does Pile 1 know who this is? How do they know who this is? Okay. They're like, take them, take them, take them. I wasn't going to. Education's on the bottom of the deck. This could be someone that feels like they kind of learned something from you. How to be more secure. Maybe even with their finances here. Because you have this rivalry that's here. It's almost like this person kind of... Guys, you could be in a relationship with this person. This is the Lovers. Guys, I apologize about my voice. I know I've been saying that in my videos, but my kids keep getting sick, and then they get my throat all messed up. I'm not sick, but my throat is kind of messed up. Okay. You could be at odds with this person right now. You could have some kind of conflict that's kind of going on there with you and this person. But y'all could be very kind of intertwined in some kind of way still. There's a certain amount of kind of rivalry, obviously, here that kind of goes into things. So, I mean, look at the devil here. He's pulling the rug out from underneath the angel's feet, and it's money, you know, and you have wealth sitting right here next to that. So, this may be someone that is, you question, you know, if this is someone that is trustworthy to you in some kind of way, or if they're kind of after, if they're just after something from you. It could be finances, if they're just after, you know, your finances in some way, or if there's someone that is trustworthy in some kind of way. And it's like, I think that you're struggling with that at the moment, because I think that you're wondering if this is someone that you should be kind of in a relationship with. You have charm here. So I think that you're trying to stay in tune with that intuition, like we talked about in the intro, if you watch that. I think that you're trying to kind of really think about things and kind of hold on to things for a little bit before you kind of, I think, kind of walk away from this person in some kind of way. It's like you're giving this person the benefit of a doubt. Like you're giving this person some kind of a, you're trying to stay very simple-minded about this and not being in any kind of anxious energy. This is what I'm seeing here, okay? So you already kind of have this intuitive kind of hits that are taking place, but it's almost like your sensibility kind of sets you back a little bit. Why did I say it like that? Sets you back. You may be kind of wondering if that's your intuition telling you something, or if your anxiety is just running away with itself. I hope that summed that up. I want to get a few more cards to see what exactly it is about this person. What do they actually want to tell you that they can't? What does this person want to tell? I just saw trust in reverse and codependency. Solid codependency again. I see maturity in reverse as well. I think this person's trying to learn here something from you. Yeah, look at that, Mr. This is like the King of Pentacles here. And criticism. I think this guys, I don't think this person's trying to lie to you or anything like that. I think this person's actually kind of more so nervous that you think that. I think this person is kind of, yeah, this person's nervous that you do think that, though. There is something that they want to tell you that you don't know, but okay, anyway. They're trying to gain something here. You know, that's either the Ace of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles. I think it's the King of Pentacles. If it is, you know, I mean, either way, really. This person's trying to gain something here, okay? So what is it? This person can't tell Pile 1. What do they want to that they can't tell Pile 1? What is it about it? Or what is it that they're just not saying? What do you need to tell us here about this person? Fun. Self-love. Guys, this is coming out in a way of this person wanting to say something about you that they're not saying. Security. Yeah. Security. One more. True love under relationships. Differences. Do you see this, how this card here and support is under that? Yeah, and this is very significant, by the way. This is what we've been talking about. Okay. Oh, this person. This person, guys. You have this person's heart, guys. This is what they would not say to you. This is what they would not tell you. You have security and true love here. They're both the number 3. 41 and 3 over here. You also have a 4 here and a 24 over here. And all these 4s, okay, there's 4 4s that are here, right here. And well, it's just, one of them is a special message for you guys, which the universe is saying, pay attention to your thought, that, you know, protect that, pay attention to your thought and where that kind of goes, which is energy I think you're already in for some of you. But the 4 is a number of security. It's a number of stability and structure. And this security that I'm seeing here is the number 41. Can also be 5, which is about conflict or change. So there's maybe recently been some kind of conflict or change in the security of this relationship. But there's still kind of hope here. This person would not tell you that they want to tell you, but they can't. I think that you feel like home to this person. I think this person also recognizes a significant amount of growth in you. And it's hard for this person because for some reason it's like they respect you. And they care about you a lot. But there's a, you know, when you don't want to do something to somebody because you do respect that person, or you feel like you don't want to take advantage of that person. And you know how I picked up on this person being afraid that you kind of you would criticize them in that way, like point the finger at them, kind of feel like that there's red flags here. And this person may sometimes come across as being sneaky because they're trying to keep from being sneaky. You know what I mean? They're trying to act like they're not doing anything, so it's making them look like they're doing something wrong. This support down here, guys. First off, let's just start here. I want to go into this for a minute before we get tarot, because this isn't a bad reading, guys. I'm just going to tell you that right here. Even though you have rivalry in this, there is something underlining here, and I do believe this person's kind of taking from you in some sort of way. This fun and self-love here. I think that this person kind of sees you as someone that is figured out a way in life to be able to enjoy life a little bit better because of the self-love that you do have. It's something that they've seen a growth in you. This ability to be able to reflect on yourself. And it's something I think that this person wants to be able to also do. There's a level of stability that they see in you. Maybe it could be both, but it's not just your material world. It's just internally this like sense of stability that you have, and it's something that they want to be able to achieve. There's also 5 air balloons here. I think that this person may have some sort of fear of losing you. And also, that's what this is. This person has a fear of losing you. And if this person hasn't told you that they love you, that they care about you, if this isn't a romantic relationship, it's just, if they haven't said how much you mean to them or that they care about you, it's because they don't want to lose you. And I think that might be a little bit different for everybody, but I think it's also because this person has a fear of intimacy, fear of abandonment, I think. And it ties into that. Because if you open yourself up to being vulnerable, right? Like the heart here, anything can happen to this. But I think that you've already imprinted on this person's heart. And there's a level of security that's here. See, this looks like a heart, but it's actually 2 eggs. This is, I feel like for some of you, this is kind of this part of this relationship has not hatched yet. Okay, this down here, support and differences. Well, support. This person sees you as someone that's completely different from them. But there's this level of being able to feel this support and have this supportive energy that's here. But there's different levels that they see this, okay? Different levels that they see how to support one another. And I think how that can kind of cause some sort of conflict sometimes. And it has to do with the fear of the unknown in this relationship. It has to do with what's behind the curtain that you're not seeing, which may be why you're kind of tuning into this reading as well, because this is one of the questions that you may really were wanting to ask about this person. Yeah, I mean, guys, I don't know who this is, but they think you're great. They do. There's this this light-hearted kind of energy that comes from you. That this person, that's what they don't want to let go of. That's what they don't want to lose. And oh man, it's such a bad, like, weird feeling, because it's like this person, it's almost like this person would rather push you away. It's like they feel like they can hurt you. They feel like they can hurt you. So it's almost like if this person's pushed you away, they've done that for you. I know that sounds so bad, doesn't it? It sounds so bad, but that's what I'm feeling. And it's a it's a gut-wrenching kind of feeling, but it's in your heart. You know, that gaspy kind of feeling that I'm feeling? It's not a good feeling. My gosh, come on. What is going on? The cards have not been wanting to shuffle for me lately, guys. I don't know what is happening. Maybe I should just stay up one night and shuffle. There we go. See, I can do it. Okay. One more. There's the Ace of Swords. Here's the truth that's coming. Four of Wands in reverse. Truth is, guys, if this person, the way that they really feel, this is one of those, it's going to hurt either way kind of feelings, you know, like whether this person kind of pushes you away or this person kind of brings you in close. It's really, it's just either way, it's going to hurt. I don't know what that means to you guys, but okay. So what does this person... Take a deep breath, because some of this stuff's I already mentioned here. You may have not known, but what is this person? What can they not tell? What can they not tell? Pile one. Now that popped right out, guys. How awesome! Did y'all see that way that came out? This is the Six of Cups. This is the soulmate energy, and this is that home energy that they feel here. And there's, oddly enough, there's 4 cups right here in the front. And the 4 of Cups is a card of sitting and looking at the past energy, looking at a lost opportunity, looking at a cup you didn't take, a relationship that didn't work out. The Six of Cups that's there. This person could have rejected you, like I said, back here. Tell me more about this. If this isn't a romantic thing, then this person could just be someone that kind of pushes you away and you can't figure out why. Why does this person keep kind of pushing me away? 2 of Cups in reverse. Nope. Relationships, 2 of Cups in reverse. We've got all the cards here. Relationship or love. But that's a partnership as well. Oh, there's the 3 of Swords in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Why is the 6 of Cups here? 4 of Pentacles. So crazy. Look at the way that this 4 of Pentacles, this unicorn, is looking directly at security. The 4 of Pentacles is like security. The 4 of Pentacles is like being secure and putting a boundary up. Yeah. This person's struggling with stability. Why is it? I think maintaining some sort of control here. You have the World and you have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Well, that's interesting. Why is the 3 of Swords in the reverse? What? 6 of Cups. I mean 6 of Wands. 6, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reversed, reversed, reversed. Upright. 5, 6, 7. We're missing 5. Let's see. Ace of Wands. Page of Wands. Judgment in reverse. This is what we're talking about here. There's your 5. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, though, with 2 5s and the 7 and the Fool. And the Ace of Pentacles, the Devil in reverse. That 7 of Swords in reverse. This person wants to kind of be able to come clean, and it's like reconcile differences here in a way, you know? Come out of the cold here when it comes to this Ten of Pentacles, which brings me back to this wealth energy and Judgment in reverse. Okay. What would this person, take a deep breath, say to you? What are they not telling you? Okay. This person has these boundaries up, okay, when it comes to this relationship. Even though they do see this relationship with you, they do feel this relationship with you, but they're holding themselves up. They're holding a wall up to it, okay? Because they don't feel like it's completely secure in some kind of way. So there's something about you that I think that this person doesn't know that they can trust, or there's just a lack of trust in general in their life. You pick up on it too when it comes to this person. I think you just might have a better way of kind of working it out mentally in your head. And they recognize that in you. It's one of the things that they're trying to figure out, how you do that. There's a cycle, an ending. And either this person wants to separate from you, wants to kind of pull away from you, or they just want to explain why that is that you can't have this relationship here. And I think that this person, for some of you, if you've been arguing with this person in some kind of way, they're looking at this like, this is too much. This is just too much. This just needs to end. But for some of you, they would say, and this may be the same person, I want to be able to let my guard down here. But I can't. I just don't know how to trust this relationship. I just don't know how this kind of fits or how this kind of goes together. And then you have this Three of Swords here in reverse with the Six of Wands, which is two. It's like they're saying here, I want to have a clean split. You know, I want to be able to. They're still holding on to some things from the past. They're having a hard time letting go of the way that they feel about some things with the past as well. Not that those are even negative things, guys. For some of you, you'll be like, I know what they're talking about, and it's something that big that happened between you, maybe. But for some of you, this is just this feeling that they have inside when they think about memories and things of you, or things that they don't want to change, or things that they still hold on to. And that's making this whole thing very difficult for this person, because they don't feel like they can get completely close to you, and they don't want to have to struggle here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Yeah. This person doesn't want to have to struggle here with a relationship. And not in their world, not right now. Sorry. That's just, thought that was kind of strange how that went together. The Three of Swords is saying that they want to be able to have some kind of, they want this to be okay in some kind of way. They want this to be okay. And they don't know if they have the strength. They feel like they don't have the strength to turn this down. So if you're in this Ace of Wands is about, well, It's either the fun that they feel here with you, or just that feeling of the Six of Cups, kind of the way that they feel about you, just who you are as a person, you know, whatever that is. It's like that piece of kind of harmony, or it's just that piece of something that's in their life, right? And they don't want to, they feel lucky that they even have something like that at this time, and they don't want to lose that. But I think that this person also is someone that they can't turn you down either. Let's get some more. Why is the Page of Wands in the reverse with the Ace of Wands? The Star in reverse. That's a closed door. This person could say they want to kind of stop this relationship in some kind of way. They just can't. There's something about this relationship here that it's like there's a disbelief that this person feels that it can't come together in a certain kind of way. There's a disbelief that they hold on to, and a fear that they hold on to, and there's a certain amount of self-sabotage that's going into this reading. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's kind of the energy of the overall kind of way the person is kind of expressing themselves. I have to get a drink. Why is the Three of Swords here in reverse with the Six of Wands? You notice all the sixes that are here? You notice there's 3 sixes on the board, okay? Wait, is there? Wait a second. Yeah, I mean, technically for me there is. This gives me 6. This gives me 6 right here. Anyway, 6 is a number of the Lovers in tarot, okay? 6 is about an equal give and take. And there's something off here about this connection and the equalness of this connection. And it has to do with not being able to trust the situation. It has to do with I don't feel like there's a full, like, a future here in some kind of way with the Star in reverse. Tell me more about the Three of Swords. If it's 666, that's kind of the number of, you know, reconnecting oneself to spirituality, reconnecting oneself. And I feel like this person kind of feels like you're somebody that kind of, with this Ace of Wands, gives them that because the wand is representing spirit as well, not just, you know, not just lust and passion and, you know, spark and drive and all that other stuff, but it's also spirit. So it's like there's this spark that you kind of give to this person that reconnects them back to their spirituality in some kind of way. But it's also something they don't want to hurt or harm either. Okay, Three of Swords in reverse with the Six of Wands. The Magician in reverse. This is someone that's trying to figure out how to... They're also trying to... They feel like if they could figure out how to... This is deeper, but for some of you, they feel like if they can figure out how to heal themselves and this distrust, I think that they feel that they could kind of be able to make more things happen in their life, manifest more things for themselves. And part of the reason that they're connecting here with you that they wouldn't tell you is because you kind of helped them in that and with that in some kind of way. But they wouldn't express that to you. And this person you may pick up on this person may be a little manipulative, okay, about themselves and what they kind of, they may put this impression off that they are healed, but they're not. There's things about relationships and trust and everything that they're not healed from. What is that? What is the Magician in reverse? The Chariot. They want to be able to move things in their life, make things for themselves, build things for themselves. The Magician is someone that has all the tools they need in order to do that. And it's in reverse here because they don't have all the tools. There's an idea around you helping them in some kind of way to achieve moving in a more positive direction. And it goes far above and beyond the material world, guys. Why is the Seven of Wands here in reverse? The Page of Cups. There's a expression of emotion here about this person wanting to express how they feel about this, giving up on this connection with you, or why they feel like they should, or something to this nature, okay? Or how things ended between the two of you, or why things ended between the two of you. There's the Page of Cups for me is the card of more of an apology, but it comes in a way of a heartfelt kind of emotion where you can sense that this person feels remorsefulness, but may not come across and exactly say that, but you can sense the emotion in their expression, right? Why is the Six of Cups here with the Four of Pentacles? The Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Why is the Queen of Wands here? The Empress in reverse. Guys, there's someone from this person's past but it's also you. It's weird. This person has a lot of like wounds from past relationships that I keep kind of picking up on. Maybe one in particular that they felt like that this person wants you to need them. There's a weird dynamic that's going on here. I can't pinpoint it. This person wants you to need them. I think this person also puts up kind of a boundary because they maybe sense some kind of codependency on you. So that doesn't make sense, does it? Because I don't think this person really makes sense. I'm just going to be honest with you. They're thinking about things. This Empress in reverse, when she's in reverse, she can be a little much, right? She can be just a little much. She can just be a little bit more codependent. She's kind of just relying on other people. She's not her normal Empress energy. She needs her, people around her to help. She's dependent on those people. The Queen of Wands is like different than that, though. The Queen of Wands is someone that's very passionate and driven and fiery about what they want and need. There's a level of this person kind of putting up a wall, but every now and then they let their guard open. Every now and then they let their gate open in some kind of way. And it may be to connect with you enough to see if you are this codependent kind of energy here. I think this person wants this, though. I think they want to be, everybody wants to be needed, but I think that they want to be needed. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Okay. I'm going to get one more for the star, and then we'll just go on to message cards, okay? So what is the star here in reverse for? Death in reverse. I mean, those are two identical cards. This person is holding on to some abandonment wounds. Here we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. This is something... Sorry, guys. This is something with the Hermit in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse. I'm telling you, this person There's the Emperor in reverse. Yeah. When the Emperor and Emperor in reverse, they're feeding off each other's insecurities. They're feeding off each other's wounds and things. You know, they're not in their own power. Which could be a dynamic that this person kind of picks up on in this connection here. The Seven of Swords in reverse with the Five of Cups in reverse is someone that's wanting to come clean about how regretful they feel. And you have this King of Cups in reverse. So this person may not be able to be this emotional support here for you. Maybe like you are for them. There's some sort of security here for that. You have the Hermit in reverse. So it's almost like this person already knows this kind of truth that's here. But the Nine of Wands is in reverse because they don't know that they can ever express this. They don't feel like they could it's just heavy struggle for this person to ever be able to express something like this to you. And they're holding on to things. This could be a something else here, guys. Is this person doesn't want this spark that you bring. They don't want to lose that opportunity, and they're afraid they're going to. They are afraid of the ending. You know, they don't want to have to look at the ending. And they also feel, and this is the strange part, that there's no kind of future here. They don't have any hope that there's going to be anything, that this is going to last long. There's going to be anything in the future, anything like that. So they're not wanting to change anything because they don't want to invest in something that they feel like is not going to have a long-term investment, long-term goal, because that sets yourself up for hurt. Right? This is the abandonment part of it that comes into there. Okay, what would this person say to you? Let's see. Sorry if that was loud. Well, I want you's right there. That's there. Okay. Well, that just came right out. I still feel the pain. Yeah. I'm not financially stable. We talked about that here in the beginning. And vulnerability. Yeah. This person, I think that it's funny because they don't want to be vulnerable with you, but they feel like they can be vulnerable with you. And that's one of the sparks that they see in the relationship that they actually like. But they don't want to be because they don't have any trust. They don't trust anybody. They don't trust a relationship. They don't, from the way that they've kind of experienced relationships in the world is not, they don't trust it. And they don't know how to kind of get that. The timing just wasn't right for us. Yeah. That's the thing about this future energy relationship or whatever. Not being able to balance it out or make it long-term or last is because of that. Maybe the timing's off. Maybe you're in two different areas of your life, completely two different pages. We have differences that's here, you know. I left before you could leave me. That's that abandonment wound. Not wanting to be vulnerable in a situation and getting out of it before that person can kind of, before you start to love that person. And then that leaves you vulnerable to be able to get hurt. Balance, I already saw that once. Yeah, this person may be someone that's trying to balance out their financial stability here. So they're not focused on this relationship. We talked about that. But there's also a lack of balance in this relationship, and that could cause some kind of conflict, and it could just be the way that each of you have kind of seen this connection here. That's one person is more than the other person, right? Could be just with being vulnerable. I see life differently now, and I still feel the pain. These are these two things that I think that you bring kind of to this person as far as healing goes. I think that they still have pain about their past and they haven't completely healed, even though they may kind of seem like they have or act like they have. And because they have kind of healed somewhat on some things, they've recognized that it's caused them to change the way that they see things in life and how beneficial that's been. In some way or another, they've connected that experience, that epiphany, with you and something either you've said, done, been, just your energy. You know, they pick up on that healing aspect of your energy. What else would this person say? Okay. It's time for me to heal now. Yeah. This person is someone that I also feels like that they could hurt you. Or this is someone, guys, what did you want from me? Yeah, this person wants this. There's in rejections here. This person may have rejected you in fear of what you really wanted from them. Because they don't have trust here. Remember that. Remember that. They're realizing that there's differences here on how the two of you want to support each other. Just a message. Okay. Let's get some eyes in to see what the future holds here. If all this stuff is gonna... We have a crossroads in healing, guys. Something else I wanted to say about... Man, I was talking about something and then those came out and threw me way off. I lost it, guys. Dang it. It'll come back around. The wheel's spinning up there. It'll come back around. Okay. Let's see what the future is of this connection here. What's the future here? What's going to happen here in the future with Colin and this person? Well, it's hidden, but there's no love here. It's hidden. It may actually be that this connection, you may not be able to tell, but there may actually be a new kind of emotion that's there. But we are talking about future energy, so this may have not kind of occurred completely yet. But there's a certain amount of level of evolving that goes into this relationship that you may not be seeing as so, but it's there. What's the future energies for Colin and this person? Patience and stress and reverse. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like this because I feel like that's kind of what's going on here. You and this person have to work through this not being able to trust each other, and you are, I think, slowly kind of balancing yourself out when it comes to that. This person as well, but that's definitely something that's here. And I think that if you just have patience here with this person over time, and some of you are be like, no. No, I'm good. You know, and that's fine. To each their own. But for some of you, you want to stick it, and then it depends on how exactly you feel about this person and what they mean to you in your life, you know. But slowly but surely, I think that they will get rid of the stress here that they feel. We have socialized, new love, challenges, and isolation. Yeah. Or, why did I say new love? Just love, challenges, and isolation. This person is someone that maybe love is like a challenge for this person. I mean, I feel like it's a challenge for everybody. But for this person, I feel like this is a challenge. And maybe just new kind of experience is a challenge to some extent. But they are trying to have a level of patience as well with you that you may not be seeing. But it may not come across like that. You know, sometimes things don't always come across like, I mean, it's funny how am I trying to say here? It's funny how when we're in a relationship, we see it a certain way because that's how far we've evolved. And then you get into a relationship later and you look back and you see that first one, or, you know, whenever, the one before, that was different from something that there was said, done, or whatever. You see differently, but it takes like a new relationship for you to be able to see it. That's about evolving in relationships and partnerships. And this one's like a big one. This is something that you're seeing here. This relationship's evolving in some kind of way that's kind of underneath the surface that if you have patience, I do feel like that you and this person will be able to kind of work through these issues. What advice? Okay, well that came out super freaking aggressive. Number 18, there's the moon, guys. This is kind of what I've been feeling here, even though it didn't come out. Your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more initial? Intentional with your choices and live with more purpose. Hold on just a second. I'm going to tell y'all a little secret about what I kind of feel like about love and learning about love. We all have different love languages, and I think that we're all meant to experience a certain amount of suffering in our lives or whatever it is in relationships so that we can learn, evolve how we love. And then I think that we're supposed to kind of show other people that, what's important to us, and show other people that. I feel like, for instance, mine is time, and it's something I mentioned in the beginning of the reading, I think. But time for me is my love language. And it is because I've lost so many people in my life, and time has affected me in a way of understanding the value of it, and is completely different from some others. And I've had to kind of experience it at a young age, and people being kind of stripped away. And it's incredibly painful, and I went through a lot of healing with it, but I've realized that how I put that impression on others is how important that time is, and how easily time can just be gone in an instant. And that's the way that I kind of love, and that's the way that I like to, I just help other people kind of see that or understand that, or wish they would. It makes me ache to see that other people don't see time as so valuable as it should be. And in the way that I see it, it's about it's what we leave behind. It's what we leave behind. Anyway, that's kind of what I'm feeling here with this card. Okay, that was my whole point. Your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with your choices and live more with more purpose? What is the intention here about you and this person, and how the two of you kind of support each other here, right? What's the intention behind that? You get what you give, you get what you give. So don't ever feel like anything goes in vain. This is because you may be affecting this person in a way that you don't even see. It may be a purpose. Maybe your purpose, for this relationship, even if it doesn't kind of work out. Okay, these cards are getting a little aggressive. That's the second time they almost hit me in my face. Number 26 here. Soul alignment. It's time for a radical change. How can you show up for yourself in ways that you've never done before? So there is this idea around this card here that you need to kind of open yourself up to what you feel like is the best thing for you here in this connection, as well as this person. You need to not be that person that's doing everything for this person, but you also need to be that person that loves this person, yet also loves yourself in the same sense, and what is the best thing for you and this person, and your understanding of that. And also be honest and truthful with yourself and play that out as well. Don't let this person kind of overtake that honesty of what you deserve internally. And you deserve the world, Paulwyn. You deserve the world. Make sure that this is just aligned with what you feel like should be changing, or aligned with who you are, right? Be fearless. Yep. Are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. We would like you to take a break from all that and start having fun. When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little bit. Spirit needs some room to get very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. When was the last time that you got really loose, silly, or goofy? Maybe you need to go dancing or watch a very funny comedy to make you laugh. Or call that one friend that will remind you how ridiculously, delightfully giddy you are. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting. And you will be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty the Spirit has for you. Don't you just love how much we care about you? Guys, I had such a hard time in that because I got so many messages while I was reading that card. It's so hard. I had this one that popped up here that I done forgot. I should have just said it. Yeah, when you stop fixating on what's making you so heavy-hearted. So I think that you're already kind of trying to do this anyways. But if you would kind of, I mean, why do relationships have to be so hard? Why can't we just, I mean, every now and then remember what we like about that person? I don't know. Just not have so much difficulty, things not be so heavy all the time. And I know that, like, we've had just life experiences and stuff happens, but I think that some of us literally forget how fun it is to be in a relationship sometimes. How fun it is to be around someone that you like, that you love, that you feel something for, that you have that connection with. Like, I think that we should sometimes forget to connect. And I think a lot of that has to do with fear, because there's just so many things that happen in this world that cause so much destruction, especially with relationships. And things that we have to look out for, and people that we have to label, all these things. But we all have wounds. We're all like certain people. I think everybody can be a certain somebody if they wanted to. All of us can do it. We all have the same kind of, capacity as humans to be able to be evil or to be able to be really good, to all this stuff. It just depends on how you kind of handle the situation. And there's just wanting you to kind of have fun here. There's just wanting you to remember to try to maintain that funner kind of spirit and not be so heavy-hearted on yourself, because you can't change this person. You can't change how they're feeling. You can't change how they're acting. You can say or do whatever you want and show them so much love, but ultimately you can't go in their brain and change the way they're thinking. Have grace with yourself. Have grace with yourself and compassion with yourself. Rest, relax, and relief. Because that's where the fulfillment is here, with rest and relax and relief. Resting and having that compassion, showing yourself compassion and grace is all there. One step at a time. Okay? One step at a time. Just do it one step at a time. Allow yourself to just have a little bit more fun. If it's not with this person, just in your life in general. It's a great medicine. I'd recommend it to anybody. Okay. It's reconnecting with the inner child's how it's done. Finding something where it makes you feel like a kid again is how you kind of had that initial spark take hold. And then that's almost addicting, And you remember, oh, this is what fun is. We have 5, 2, lots of numbers. We have 2 5s, so you and this person could both be changing the way that you see this partnership here, how you want to connect here. You have 6, which is the number of healing, and 9 is also things coming into fruition as well. Nearing a completion of a cycle is taking place. We have 0 or O, actually. We already have O here though, but this could be the full, so taking a leap. And then the number 7 is about having that alignment, things coming to alignment. It's a divine number. It talks about things moving forward, We also have the X here, so 2 of you may be sitting at a crossroads when it comes to this relationship, or just in your life in general, but making a decision, I feel like, may be something that's coming up here, okay? We have and, so there is still more to come in this relationship. We have Q, J, V, JV. So maybe you've only seen, you haven't even seen the best is yet to come. I don't know why that just came to mind, but that song, what song is that? Guys, I'm not this old, but these old songs keep popping in my head. Because there's just great songs. That's why. Bryan Adams sings a song and it says the best is yet to come. I don't know if that's the name of it, but that's just popped into my head. We have X, O, Z, K, Elmer W. We have N, E, T, net. US, Q, O, A, E, and H. Okay. What do I see? Noah came to mind. I do not know why, but for some reason it just stood out. Noah survived the flood, right? And his family. There's security in that boat. He knew he was secure. He knew he was going to survive in that story. Because he did what his intuition was telling him. He did what he felt like, you know, God was saying to him, which God did come to him, but I'm just saying in the story, nobody else understood, you know, what is this guy doing with all these animals on the boat? But they're all following him for some reason, right? Like, what is this guy doing with this boat, building this big old boat? But he knew. He knew. So even if this person, I feel like, even if you don't know what the future holds, just experience the fun of it. Just experience the fun of it. Just relax a little bit, you know? Just relax a little bit. Yeah, that's just the energy I'm feeling, guys. So if that resonates for you, if you get that, if you feel that, then take it. If not, if this is something different, then don't. It's a general reading, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to leave this here for you guys. I might hold this up. I don't know if it's easier if I hold it up, but I'm going to leave it here. So that was a pretty long little reading there. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope that it resonates. I hope it makes sense for you guys. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for all your love, all your support, and all your kindness, always. If you want a personal reading from me, my information for that's in the description box, guys. I'm doing a special on, a holiday special on my You and Them readings. So information for that is down there. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Hey, pal, too. So if you chose the Moon Witch Tarot and this piece of heart rose quartz, then this is your reading. So we're going to put the tarot aside and we're going to go ahead and start with some oracle cards. So guys, I'm losing my voice a little bit. Not too bad, but it may get worse the longer I kind of talk. So just so you're aware. Okay, so we're going to start with these Vision of Life oracles, or tarot. This is tarot deck. But we're going to use these more like oracles because I want to take a look to make sure that you can acknowledge who this person actually is. So we're going to look into this person's kind of characteristics and their life, what's going on. And then we're going to look into also with these how you are connected with this person. How would you know this person? Okay? Okay, so if that made sense. And then we'll get some tarot to get obviously how this person is, what this person is wishes they could tell you or wants to tell you or doesn't feel like they can tell you. Okay, so pile 1. Pile 2. Okay, well that came right out when I said pile 2 here. We have stamina. This is the strength in tarot. So Leo energy's there. It could be also another fire sign, Sagittarius or Aries. You know, this did come up in reverse. I'm actually going to keep it in reverse. I actually kind of want to keep these as reversals for some reason. I don't normally do that, but we have balance here too. It just showed up. This is Temperance in tarot. What else? Stress in reverse. One more. Wisdom in reverse. Isolation in reverse. Charm. Harvest time. Relationships. Okay. This is someone in your life that could have just recently, not too long from now, not too long ago, could have been in a relationship that didn't work out, but it's someone that may be kind of isolating themselves a little bit, but kind of coming out of it. You know, I don't feel like they're totally in there, but they are kind of coming out of this isolation. I think that this is someone that you may recognize as you kind of see them as maybe not being so in balance when it comes to maybe what you see this You see this person as, there's something about Christmas time that you have with this person that you want to give them something. There's something that you want to give this person. It may have something to do with time. So it could be like a trip. It could be like something to do with time, spending time with this person. It comes in the way of a gift, but it's like he's the devil, you know, and he's like kind of giddy. So it's like a gift that you're going to benefit from as well, is what I'm getting from that. It's an interesting message, but meant for somebody. Also, we have Sagittarius energy here. Wait, is that right? Yes. Sagittarius energy here. So this person is someone that you may see as just not having a whole lot of energy. They may just be someone that's just, you see them as someone that may not really be someone that wants to like be on the go a lot, or just kind of, I'm feeling this feeling of maybe you think that this person doesn't have enough, or feels like they don't have enough, or maybe you think that they don't have enough to be able to go and do certain things in their life, you know, want to go and kind of, it's like you see this person as being kind of weak, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that, because I think that you feel like this person's strong. It's just that they're not strong right now. So I think it ties back into this relationship thing. This person could just be, it's just out of a relationship, and you just don't see them as being very strong right now. You may see this person as not using their logic when it comes to investments or growing something. It's like you see this person as, you don't feel like this person's doing everything that they should be doing. You feel like this person's not being smart, and to some extent, in some kind of way. And sometimes I think that you feel like maybe even now, whatever this person's kind of experiencing or going through is kind of something that they've done to themselves. Not entirely, but kind of a situation that maybe they've even put themselves in, or maybe that they've put themselves in situations, you know, to this extent. This is kind of how you're just kind of feeling about this person. And they may come to you and they may kind of express the stresses or something that's going on with them. And it's like this energy of this person's complaining about these things, but they're not trying to help themselves in a situation either. You want to know what this person's not telling you, because you think that there's something that's going on that they're not expressing. But I got to be honest with you guys. I am feeling this kind of energy that you feel like you're kind of in some way, like you know more than this person knows about what they should kind of be doing with their life. It's like a mother towards their kid, you know, that someone's not listening to you. I know what you need to do. You just won't listen to me, kind of energy. But I mean, if this is an adult here, I mean, there's certain kind of dynamics I know that go into that, but I mean, everybody's got to play out their life story. You know, you can't, it may have something to do with you feeling the need to keep this person safe, but what's safe for you may not feel safe for them. You know, it's just, everybody's got differences in how they kind of view their life because of their life experiences. So what you may be feeling like is the best thing for this person may not feel like that's good for them at all. They may feel like that makes them feel like not so great. They want to be able, it makes them feel like they can't be themselves, or they want to be able to be, you know, this person that they're being or whatever. And that might be why they're isolating themselves here from you in some kind of way. Just a backstory, okay? Just a little bit of a backstory here. That's not going to resonate for everybody. Some of y'all, this person might really do need your help, you know, and they're not listening to you to some extent. Okay. So these are the love story oracles. I'm going to use some of these to kind of get an overall look at what this person sees, thinks about you, whatever that is. comes out, okay? What else can you tell me about this person for call to? What else can you tell me about this person for call to? Fear. Okay, so we have fear. We have support and fun. I think this person's afraid you won't support them in what they want to do or see as fun. Tell me more. One more. I just want one more. Thank you. We have forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. In control. That's interesting. We'll get back to that. Regret. Judgment. This person could be regretting telling you things because of the judgment. That's hard to say. That one's hard. This person could regret telling you things because of how you kind of judge them. That might be why they're kind of isolating themselves here with you. And I picked up on that in the beginning, guys. Y'all may have a very heavy opinion about what this person should be doing. It's not coming from a bad place. I think it's coming from a supportive place. This person wants to be able to have you and you be that support and they'll be that support. They want to. This is not going to come out very good, guys. I'm so sorry. This person wants to be able to find a balance there with the two of you. But this person is also kind of, you don't know that about this person, but they're not someone that's kind of in this energy of being on the go like this girl is here. This is someone I feel like could be very introverted or very kind of, there's a level of not trusting a whole lot of other people here that's here. And this person feels most comfortable and most stable in a home kind of environment. That's that. This person has a hard time being vulnerable. And they feel most at home. This is someone that has very close friends. Doesn't have a lot of friends. They don't go out a lot. This is someone that doesn't have a lot of, they feel more comfortable being more in a relaxed setting than they would be kind of being in a more amped up kind of environment. I don't think that's necessarily always the circumstance, but there's something to do with this person just not trusting the outside world in some kind of way. But they feel comfortable with that. I don't know how to explain that. This is someone that feels comfortable mostly in their shell, and they can resort back to their shell if they feel overwhelmed, you know. They know this about themselves. And there's a level of wanting just support through that's there. But you have this fun energy that's here. So this person is someone that likes to have fun. I think this person likes to have fun with you because they feel like it kind of relieves some stress that they feel like just in their everyday life, you know, or maybe something that they're kind of going through. Could be this past relationship. But they do feel like they wished sometimes that the things that they tell you would they regret kind of saying those things because it may ruin some of the fun that they feel with you and the balance of support there with you. It's like this person feels like they can tell you things, but they can't tell you everything, because if they tell you everything, then this judgmental energy kind of comes in. And that's when this person kind of goes back into this hermit mode. So I don't know if you said something to this person. Something about something has made this person feel like they can't open up to you in some kind of way. But they want to be able to have this relationship here. This may not be a romantic thing, guys. This could be just you and this person could have experienced some kind of forgiveness, or this person could be close to someone around them. Maybe you've been in not such a great relationship with this person in the past in some kind of way, and they want to be able to keep putting effort in controlling the effort that they put into this relationship, because they're still working through some of those issues. They're still working through that forgiveness of you, that they feel like forgiving you for something. I think that's not going to resonate for everybody, but that's just for some of you guys, okay? If something's gone on between you and this person, and you've had conflict to some extent of the past, if there was things said or done or whatever that is, sometimes this person can kind of find themselves going back to that, and they're trying to control that energy and only give like some effort of love into this connection. So they're still processing through this forgiveness that's taken place. There's also maybe someone here in their lives that it could be this past relationship, it could be just someone else that they feel like that y'all may have differences in. May see that person differently. It could be someone in a relationship, and they want to kind of make an effort there, or this person has kind of made an effort to control the way this relationship is by forgiving, by having forgiveness that's there. But maybe you feel like this person's just trying to control them or control a situation. It's like it's like what I said up here, guys. It's like someone that you see is in a not a great like dynamic of a relationship, and you see it, but you feel like they don't see it, and so you're constantly like on their case about you need to let them go, or you need to get away from that person, or whatever it is, and you don't understand like why they won't just listen to you and just stay away from that person or whatever. But the thing is that, and it's kind of like I said up here, we all have our own lives to kind of work through. And I think this person's wanting to be able to have forgiveness in this situation for whatever reason that is. I guess I can get a card for that. Why is that? This person and this other story here. And this story's not going to go with everybody's. What is this about? This forgiveness and control and effort. So true love is here. So this person may really love this person, and it doesn't mean this person could be in love with this person, but this person just cares about this other person. So they want to give them an opportunity. They want to give this other person an opportunity to forgive them. And maybe you don't understand that. But I don't think that you're meant to. I think what they're saying here is that I think this person has this under control, whatever this is. I think that there's reasons behind why they're doing what they're doing. And I don't think they're bad reasons. I don't see bad cards here. I know control looks bad, but it's not the way I'm reading it. It's number one. One is about, new beginnings and potential and opportunities. It's not like a negative. I'm not seeing this as kind of a negative thing here. And these are both the number 7, by the way, 34, 25, and 3, which is growth. Something to do with growth or how things grow, because there's this here as well. And things being in alignment has to do with this relationship. Something about this relationship needing to have forgiveness, because this person still cares about this person, and things need to be in alignment in this relationship for them. Okay, so whatever that means, we're going to kind of put that to the side, and I'm going to focus now on what this person about you, what this person would be saying to you, telling you if they could. I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to get some tarot. Okay. So these are big cards, probably to move some stuff around for them. These are awesome. Really, really awesome cards. All my cards, guys, are listed down below in the description box, just so you're aware. These are on Etsy. She's got a lot of stuff on there. She has a style that's pink I really want. But We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can get that for Christmas. Okay. So, here we go. Pile 2. What is pile 2's person, this person here, spirit that we're talking about? What can't they tell? What are they not saying? What can't they say to pile 2? What can't they say to pile 2? Okay. Well, all right. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Justice. Temperance in reverse. That's a repetitive message there. 2 cards, Temperance in reverse. The 7 of Cups, and then we also have the 2 of Pentacles here as well. There's a lot to do with balance here, guys. So much to do with balance. You have 2 3s as well. Okay, sorry guys, I had to plug my camera in. So these 3s here, you know, this one's upright though, and this kind of makes me feel again this fun and supportive energy. That's the 3 of Cups. That's having a friend, and this could be a friend, but having that connection with someone where you can get together and y'all can hang out and y'all can have fun and y'all can support each other. That's a card of supporting one another. All this is there, and you got the King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles energy is this is someone that feels this honesty behind this groundedness that's behind this. But this person feels kind of left out in the cold and to an extent here with the 4 of Wands. I think this person feels like, I don't know if this person kind of feels like you've left them out as far as a conversation, or you saying something to others about them, or there's something to do with you discussing their issues or their problems or something with someone else maybe, or that they're worried about that. And they have this sense that you're kind of doing that. It could be with other family here, if this is the 4 of Wands being here. And they may feel like you're telling like family around them that they're not secure, they don't have everything under control, or they're just having issues, or that Magician in reverse is not having everything that you need. They're not using their logical mind here. They're making bad decisions, whatever that is. But this person doesn't feel like that maybe you're being completely honest with them about that, and that's why they kind of think of that maybe with that regret here, with the Judgment, number 20. Maybe they shouldn't kind of express certain things to you, you know? Why is the 3 of Pentacles here? The Lovers in reverse. There's not a... They don't feel like this relationship with you is something that is equal in a certain kind of way. There's a lack of balance that's here. It's all over your reading. I mean, Justice and Temperance and 2 of Pentacles, and, you know, even the Lovers has a way of balance. There's a lack of balance that's here, and they feel as if they kind of put a lot of effort into, I feel like sometimes this person feels like a certain kind of connection or bond with you, but it's not something that continues. It's like you're not committed to this relationship like they feel they are. And I think it has a lot to do with this Judgment in reverse and fear. I think this person feels like you, again, kind of, they have a hard time telling you things or saying things to you because they feel like you discuss those with other people about them. Like they're not capable in some kind of way. That's what they feel, you know. What was Justice here? Okay, you gotta hit me in the face. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands. Well, that's 2 conflicting energies. It's very conflicting, actually. I mean, The Queen of Pentacles is someone that's very honest. She's someone that's very giving, very loyal. The Knight of Wands is a hot and cold energy. I think that this person kind of feels like you're kind of hot and cold when it comes to justice, when it comes to being fair in this connection. I think that they're kind of, it's like 1 minute you're one person, and then the next minute, if you do something that this person doesn't agree with, then they just kind of click off. They feel like you kind of, you're not fair then. It's like it's okay, the relationship's good as long as it's on your terms, kind of thing, of what you think they should be doing. It's a really strange kind of, it feels like a child and a parent is what it feels like, in a way. Temperance in reverse with the Five of Swords in reverse is this person feeling like, I think there's a conflict that they kind of fight with themselves, but this Five of Swords in reverse is this mending that we saw at the end of the deck with that forgiveness, when it has to do with you, or them still kind of finding balance with whatever happened between the two of you. They may feel like you always kind of get away with more to a certain extent, or maybe they feel like they share a lot of things with you, but you don't share a lot of things with them. They can always, it's like they always can tell that there's a certain amount of stuff that you're not saying. Like they feel this way about you. It's funny, this is what this reading's about, but it makes them feel on the edge. It makes them feel not great. And I think that whatever it was that y'all mended in this relationship, sometimes they still feel like there's kind of issues there that were never really cleared up, but maybe they kind of just gave in and kind of hope for the best to see how things would kind of play out. But there's still things that kind of surface in this relationship that they know it's just things that they can't discuss with you, or they can't say to you, or you may take an offense. Why is the Seven of Cups here? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this person's, I think they may have experienced some sort of, the Ten of Cups in reverse is a broken family or broken home, or losing your abundance in some kind of way, or something to this nature. This Seven of Cups is someone that's got a lot of choices that are sitting in front of them about this, but not really knowing which choice to make. So this person could be making really big or heavy decisions in their life, and this comes up again, this choice thing. They may feel like they feel like you don't feel like they can make the best choice for themselves. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? This person's, why is the Two of Pentacles here? Okay. The Knight of Swords. This person feels like in this relationship, they kind of have to always, when the communication starts or things start, they always feel like they have to watch what they say, or balance what they say, or be careful to what it is that they say. And I think that's a struggle for this person. You have the Ten of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. So this could be family, this could be the Seven of Swords with the Hanged One. This person feels like other people around the two of you are always getting like your side, or you're seeing, or always looking at your perspective, but they never get the opportunity to really see. The Seven of Swords in this scenario, the way I'm seeing it is, the Seven of Swords is that guy that's running into the army's camp at night when they're asleep, stealing all their swords and running off, so there's no war that's even started, right? It's someone that's getting away with something, being strategic in some kind of way. And this person feels like whatever they kind of express or say to you, you kind of sneak away and give your perspective, your side of the truth of the story, or bring that to others here. And that's a struggle for this person, because they don't agree with that, with you doing that. But I feel like this person's kind of trying to release themselves of that stress. This Ten of Cups is a wish fulfillment or ultimate happiness or a spiritual and emotional fulfillment, right? But it's also the card of family. So is the Ten of Pentacles, but this has to do with emotion. So it's like how other people are emotionally seeing them. They may feel like you're kind of in a place to where you express to family, and then they have to come in, then they have to rush in and balance the scales, balance things out, and give their perspective in a situation. Why is the Knight of Swords here? The Moon in reverse. It's like they feel like you tell the story, but it's in the way that you see it or you're telling it. And they have to rush in and kind of clear things up with the moon, like that's not the way that it is, or that's not what's going on, or whatever it is. That's here. And that's kind of a struggle for this person. They feel like they always have to balance the scales. Tell me more about the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. That came right out. We have Strength in reverse. I think this person doesn't feel like they have the strength, or feel like we have Strength in reverse twice. We have Temperance in reverse twice. I think this person just doesn't feel like they have the strength or the patience at this moment in time. Not that they won't ever, but just at this moment in time to lose any more of what they have in their life. So they don't want to lose this relationship, but they're having a hard time balancing things out when it comes to the conflict, kind of avoiding the conflict that's here. And it's easier sometimes, I think, to isolate themselves, to kind of stay away, because they don't have the strength in their life. They have other things going on in their life that are really important that they're trying to figure out things about, and they don't want how to ground things in their life, and they don't want to have this. They don't want to have to be strong when it comes to their partners in their relationships or their family or whatever this is. They don't want to have to be strong around them. They want to be able to let their guard down. They want to have someone. Now we have Fool in reverse. How'd that happen with the World? Yeah, they want to have someone there to catch them when they feel like they can't be strong in a way, not to tell them how to restrict themselves or what they need to be doing. They just want to have that emotional support there. Yep. Which is what I think this person feels like they offer you, but they don't feel like they get that from you the same. They want to have someone in their lives when they're going through this and they don't feel like they can be strong, to just connect with them and just help support them, just be there for them and be a good listener or advisor or whatever, but not be hard on them, not tell them what they should be doing, not come across in if you're not doing it my way, then you're not doing it the right way, in that kind of way. They just want somebody to support them along this journey, not to try to tell them what direction to take. They want to be able to pick their own direction for themselves. They want to make that choice for themselves. Because only they, and this is just the truth, only you know what's best for you. Only you know what's best for you if you are an adult, obviously. When you're younger, you don't see things, you're still growing and learning and developing, and you just don't see things the same. You don't know, But this person is just trying to live their life, I think, to a certain extent, and they just want to have a relationship with someone that they can just feel at home with and go to, and I'm not saying you can't give this person advice. It's the way that you react when they don't do what you want them to do that's the issue. Okay, so let's see what is coming here in the future of this. We have reconciliation and socializing. So I do feel like there's going to be a coming together here in the future. So what's going on in this relationship? We have Book, going on in this relationship? We have ring. So there's going to be some sort of information that's gained, some answers that are gained here when it comes to this relationship and how you want to kind of move forward with this relationship, or how this relationship needs to move forward. And with isolation, it's like, I think that there's going to be kind of a sort of awareness or discussion or answers that, I mean, this person may, you or this person are going to kind of start up this wanting to know something about, and this could have to do with that relationship in the background for some of you, but why you've been isolated here, or because you have isolation here twice, why you've been isolated here and what's going on with that, you know, is something that's going to come up in the near future, wanting to know about that, or others wanting to know about that, or something going on there in reconciliations here. Yeah, this is going to reconcile with the differences in this relationship. There, if this person has, I mean, this is an opportunity, right? Reconciliation is an opportunity for the two of you to kind of, get out of this, quit obsessing about one another's, controlling each other's, or controlling this person's happiness here, and what they should be doing with wisdom here, making decisions in their life experiences here, and having patience with them, and quit obsessing about what they should be doing. I mean, this is what this person's wanting to get together and kind of discuss why this is why I've been isolated. Okay. All right. Some of you may feel like this is resonating more for you than it would be that, like, the roles are switched here. Take it if it resonates, however it resonates. Sometimes Spirit wants us to see our own perspective so we can kind of weed through that ourselves, you know. So what's the advice for pile 2 with this? What's the advice for pile 2? What's the advice for pile 2? We have 26. This came out in pile 1. Soul alignment. It's time for a radical change. How can you show up for yourself in ways that you never have before? I think that, one thing that I didn't talk about here, they want me to kind of address, is you in this place to where you're constantly kind of, this person's not doing what you feel like they should be doing, is also putting you in not a great place either. You being in that place of worry, there's something there, guys, that you may want to take a look at, as far as having that, there's a fear that's associated with that. Needing security by having others kind of portray what it is that you feel like they need to kind of do in their lives is something to do with your own security. So people that you love and care about, you feel like you have to constantly have control over things so that you have security in what that person is gonna, as long as they feel good and they're happy, then you're happy and good. But that doesn't mean whatever's you're happy and good is they're happy and good. So they might not be happy and good, but they're not telling you that. You know what I mean? And but that constant worry and trying to have that control, you can't. That's gonna be stress on you, because they're never gonna do what you want them to do. They're never gonna continue. And if you try to make them do it, they're gonna do what they've been doing and kind of isolate themselves here. They're not living their life for you. They're living their life. And I think that's something that you may struggle with a little bit, and it has to do with, it's not bad or anything, it's just because you love this person and you want what's best for them. Completely understandable. But it's something that I think that you need to look at. It has to do with you trying to control something in order to keep it safe and secure within yourself. And there's a fear associated with that, of loss. So you may be someone that has had some kind of abandonment wounds that are there somewhere. Oh, this is coming out in my readings a lot lately. You could be someone that experienced a lot of chaos in your life, and so you have to control a situation so that you don't have to experience that chaos, or someone else doesn't have to that you love. So, but you can't. You have to realize that the only control that you ever have is in this moment in time, right now. You can't control fully. You can plan, But you can never control tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen, really. None of us do. But you're just in this moment in time is the only place in this whole entire here, now, and forever that you have control of is what you're doing here, right now. You just have to put faith into the rest. You know, because we're never promised tomorrow, and neither is anyone else here, and you have to have that understanding. It's the only way you can get from being anxious about what everybody else is doing and how everybody else is feeling and if they're this and if they're that. There's an energy of worry, but it's a care. It's having care for others. So call up that person. How you doing? Good. Leave it at that. It's a doing what you can, but not trying to control the things you can't. So it's something you need to kind of think about. That it's not about, it will help this person, but it will help you. It needs to be able to help you is what I'm saying. Because I think that's, you're putting more worry and anxiety on yourself than needs to be. You could be enjoying life a lot more if you just have that concept. We have the number 3, you cannot make a mistake. There are infinite possibilities available to you. Where is your heart guiding you? Yeah, this person, there's no such thing as mistakes. I don't know why I couldn't figure out how to say that, but there's no such thing as mistakes. Everybody's learning lessons. That's what it is. It's lessons. It's not mistakes. And you can learn the easy way, the hard way, the less difficult way, the okay way, whatever it is, but it's different for everybody. And you can't prevent other people from making mistakes because it may be something that they need to learn. And you can't teach them. And they can't learn it through you. They have to learn it through someone else. So if this is a relationship here, it's something this person has to go through, experience, and learn for themselves. Okay. Well, that just came flying out. Anxious to see what it says. We have with love here. Almost jumped out of my hands. It does have the Pegasus on there. So maybe that's why. Which is also like this Knight of Swords energy that's here. You may have some real quick, fast communication. This person may struggle. They hold back a lot. And I think sometimes when you hold back a lot like that, it all comes out very strong, like this Knight of Swords. Fast and furious, right? Communication. So this person may be really like lash out in some kind of way, but kind of pull themselves back afterwards because there's a buildup, I think, that's here. Dearest you, we have a secret for you. The more you think you know, the less you actually do. This is a good one. This is a really good card for you guys. There are no mistakes. It's so funny. It gets better. Just listen. I know this card. So if you're willing to keep an open mind, you will avoid the narrow confines of the know-it-all and be open up to the unlimited potential that can be discovered only by the curious optimist. Curiosity allows you to discover new things, see the world from a different perspective, and find answers to questions that you might not even know you have. Right now, whatever's going on, it's important. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna say this for a minute because I don't want to forget what's coming through with that. This person, all the questions that you have and the things that you wonder and all that stuff. It's funny because this person would actually be open to expressing all the stuff that you wanted to know with you if you weren't so judgmental towards it, if you weren't so needing it to go your way or wanting it, you feeling like you know it all kind of thing and what they need to be doing. This person would actually, they want to be more expressive with you. They want to have your support there, They just don't feel like they don't want to put up with the stress, the backlash that comes from it right now. So it's strange how it's just so ironic that you're wanting this person to tell you more things, but you're also preventing them from doing so. It's the same way. Right now, whatever's going on, it's important to know that you are not aware of all the aspects of it. You need to see to make an informed choice. You might be projecting a story that isn't totally true. So moving forward, your mantra could be, I don't know, or that's interesting. as you keep your mind and heart open to new experiences and a richer existence overall. All of us over here want you to be all you can be. We are cheering for you. Can you hear us? So, I mean, that's it. That's it, guys. That's it. There's more to this that you don't know, that you can't see. I'm sure there's a lot of things this person doesn't express to you out of fear of judgment in some kind of way. Yeah. So moving forward, your mantra could be that you don't know. I don't know. Or that's interesting. You know, keep your mind and your heart open is what it's saying here. So we have detachment. So it says here, you know, you may be telling a story that's not necessarily true or totally true that you're projecting. And then we talked about that in your tarot, about you projecting a story here about this person that maybe not completely true. And then they feel like they have to go in and kind of be like, that's not what's going on, or that's not it, you know, which is frustrating for this person. So that's why they isolate. Detach and expansion. Brilliant. Appreciate yourself. Create. Get what I want. And that's this abandoned kind of energy that we talked about there. Touch and overwhelming. Y'all may have a little tiny sense of being afraid of being vulnerable, being afraid of putting yourself out there in some kind of way when it comes to being sensitive or vulnerable in a conversation. It may feel uncomfortable for you guys for some reason. But if you detach a little bit and not be so up in this person's kind of space, then I think this relationship would expand. But you have to step out of I get what I want, kind of that energy of them doing what you want them to do kind of thing. I think that you will get information here on this person. They'll be more open, and the relationship would be more open here, and be more this touch, be more vulnerable, be more sensitive to one another, and appreciate each other instead of it being so overwhelming. But you need to detach in order to create all this space to happen and to create this new awareness of this relationship to take place. I don't know why I'm digging in here, but maybe there's one I need to see. Yeah, communication. The communication will evolve. The communication between the two of you will increase, will be different. You'll feel it. If you could just detach to create that space for things to expand. You have to detach. You have to allow. If you want to know things, you have to allow things to be known and not be in the place of you knowing everything. You know? We have YSQIT. We also have 3. Trust me, guys, I've been here before. There's been situations that I've been in like this, and even if it's something small, and then later I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't know that. Like sometimes there's always just like a part of a story that forgets to be told, you know, in a way. We have 2. So together that's 5. That's the change that needs to take place. 3 is the growth, and 2 is just making that decision to allow the change to take place, and the connection could help things to evolve. You have 0, which is taking that leap or taking that risk. You have the Fool here as well. Same energy towards closing this cycle out when it comes to not being able to open yourself up here and creating something new here in this relationship. New kind of relationship. A new, more open, honest relationship. We have Q, Z, 0, and so there's still, I mean, it's not like this is over. There's still a lot more to come. There's still a lot that you don't know here as well. H, O, S, we have another S, Z again, Y again, G, I, X, X, D, A, O, T, and U. Okay. What am I seeing? I see toss, and I'm hearing like toss the old ideas, or toss what you think you know. It's there. What you think, there's an idea wrapped around what you feel like you have the story of is not the story that you're that's the truth, whatever that means for you guys. Anything else I'm seeing? There's a lot here. I don't know why I can't see something. I just don't. Sometimes things just stand right out to me, and sometimes I don't see anything. We have, no we don't. Yep, I'm just gonna hold these up, guys. That happens. Quit. I see quit in the bowl. Quit it. Quit telling this person what to do. Quit. I mean, we have zoo here as well. You know, then it's just like a free fall. Then it's just like a zoo. There's no kind of control in the relationship. They don't feel like they have things in control, and you don't feel like you have things in control. And so you kind of isolate, or they isolate, because they feel like they control, like you kind of trying to tell them what to do. And they're like, quit doing that. You know, and then I want to be around you. You know what I mean? But zoo could be important for some of y'all. Maybe you have a zoo. Maybe you're at the zoo. I have a zoo at my house right now with animals and kids. Okay, guys, so I'm going to leave you here. Sure hope you enjoyed this reading. I know this one was kind of a little bit sensitive. I hope that I did it justice. I hope I didn't, you know, trigger anyone too much here. I know this was triggering a little bit, so hopefully y'all have an open mind, open heart, and I'm going to leave you guys here. So thanks, guys, for being here. Thanks for your love. Thanks for all your support, all your kindness. I appreciate you guys so much, and hope to see you soon. Bye. Okay, pile 3. So if you chose the Luna Soul Tarot and this blue cat's eye, then this heart, and this is going to be reading. I'll put it right there. Okay, so before we get started on tarot, we're going to grab a different tarot deck. This is the Visions of Life. So we want to see, first off, characteristics about this person, how you kind of are seeing this person so that you know who this is. And then we're going to take a look at how you are viewing this relationship, or how this relationship is with this person, so you know who this is. Okay, so we're going to start there, and then we're going to get some love story oracles to kind of get more of a dynamic of the connection and what this person is not telling you, or not feeling they can say. Okay, so one more quick shuffle here. I wasn't taking reversals in this deck. I usually don't, but we may just, I say that, we'll just see how it comes out and how I'm feeling, okay? Because I did in pile 2, but I felt like it needed to be in pile 2. I don't know if I'll feel that way with you guys. So let's just see. Pile 3. Pile 3, Spirit. What's pile 3's person? The person that's on their mind. I feel like there's a lot going on with this person here. You want to know. Pile 3's person. Who is this person? How do we know this person? What can you tell us about this person? So pile 3 knows who this is. Okay, so we have 2 cards that came out. I'm not taking reversals here. I feel like these are upright. Well, now that I say that, this person could be in this energy of feeling like they have a missed opportunity with you to some extent, but this person could be someone that maybe is someone that's more isolated or more kept to themselves, or there could be someone that just isolates themselves. That you may feel like they feel isolated from you in some kind of way, and that's where that missed opportunity is kind of coming into play. But they could be someone that's very kind of secure with their finances here. This is like the King of Pentacles for me, or the Ace of Pentacles. So this person is kind of nervous around you. Look at the way these 2 individuals are holding their hands, kind of playing with their hands. This person could do that. But this person could be someone that feels kind of nervous around you at times, or very vulnerable around you, and they could feel vulnerable around you. That makes this person nervous. This person could be someone that's really nurturing. But they could also be someone that's stable, okay? Has a stable environment to some extent. I'm seeing that with this, but plus he's secure where he's at. He has some kind of solid foundation there. So what else can you tell us about this person in the relationship here? How would they know who this is? What is the relationship here like for pile 3 with this person? We have poverty here. Y'all may have very different views on how you're seeing things or in the view of things. This person you see here, this guy's giving him an opportunity or thinking about it. But he's the one that's begging, but he's the one that's got all the money, you know? And it could be that you and this person, the two of the things that y'all are the things that y'all need or feel like you need could be very different from one another. This person, again, could be someone that already has a good solid foundation, but they're still like, even though they have this stability, they still feel like they need something. And I feel like they want that from you, but you don't know if you want to give that or not, or you're in a position to where you're thinking about it. I feel like you're thinking about it. Or you may be already giving to this person, but you're still kind of not sure if you should or not. And that's why you're tuning into this reading. You want to know what this person's, what is it for this person? We have overconfidence here, but it came out in reverse. I am taking this reversal because it fits with the rest of this person's kind of personality here. This person may be someone that kind of is feeling, I think this person questions you as well, and to an extent of what your motives are. But I think this person is, there's not a confident kind of energy here. This person's, there's nervousness that this person has around you. Look at the colors here too, guys. You have, and now that I turn this over, look at green, green. So that's this person for me. And blue, blue. And I feel like that's more you. You may be someone that you kind of feel like this person is, this person might intimidate you to some extent. But it's like you intimidate this person as well. But it's a whole different part of it. For them, it's more of a vulnerability thing. For you, it may be having to do because this person kind of has everything that it is that they need. And that makes you feel there's a defensiveness about that. That's what's causing this level of not knowing each other's motives that are here, because there's a big difference between you and this person and what you need or want from each other and why. And there's a sense of not having what the other person has, or not being able to give what the other person needs, or something to this nature. Okay, let's get one more. I want one more. That's fast. We have growth here. This growth energy, I think there's a certain amount of information that this person wants from you that they don't feel like they're getting. There's growth here that this person wants from you that they don't feel like they're getting. And I think that comes, I think this person is someone that kind of, I mean, they may just be someone that's just, I think they're just wanting an opportunity to grow things here with you. But they feel isolated from you and to some extent. Recognition. Take a bite out of the world. You know, that's what he's doing here, taking a bite out of the world. So this is the world. And this is a cycle. I don't know if you've been in repetitive cycles with this person, but I can tell you, this person, this is the star in reverse here in tarot, and I think there's two major arcana here. Okay, this person feels like they're losing hope that they're going to get kind of what they want from this connection. I think this person feels like they're losing hope that this is going to be something that works out or meant for them. And it could be because they feel, again, this kind of lost energy or lost opportunity. They don't feel very secure in this relationship. Even though they have security maybe in their life in general, they don't feel secure in this relationship. This person wants to be able to grow this relationship here with you, and they don't feel like they have access to that. They may have came into this maybe overly confident here, or they don't want to be overly confident because they don't want to put some kind of expectation on this relationship and it not kind of working out in that same way. But you may be in that same kind of energy. I feel there's a balance here between the two of you, but an imbalance at the same time. There's a balance of what you're seeing this relationship as, or what you feel like you want from this relationship, but there's in this person as well, but it's not being met. The needs aren't being met to a certain way. The give and take here is not being met at a certain way. There's not a balance here that needs to be here, and this person's kind of losing hope that this connection is really going to go in a way that's going to be beneficial for them in some kind of way. You know, it's not going to... They're taking a bite out of that apple, and it's not going to work out. Or maybe they've already took a bite out of that apple, and it's not working out in the way that they wanted or they thought. I think this person's afraid of this relationship being destroyed in some kind of way. They're worried about that. They're worried about chaos. I think they're worried about losing this connection. That's why this vulnerability is here. I don't think this person lacks that. I don't think they lack that they feel so vulnerable here with you. What else can you tell me about this person? There's regret here with, this is Judgment and Tarot. So this person may regret kind of expressing themselves in some kind of way here. There's patience here with number 7. This is patient energy here. That's why they're messing with their hands here. We have romance. This is what this person's kind of wanting here, and balance is here. This yin yang kind of relationship is what I saw up here. What I described earlier, this perfect kind of balance between the two of you, but there's not an equal kind of give and take here. The duality, this is not coming together in the form or way that it's kind of supposed to. There's a lack of balance, I feel. Maturity is here as well. In growth, this person wants to grow this connection. This is what they want. This is what they wouldn't tell you. This person wants to be able to have this connection expand, and I think that they feel this poverty when it comes to romance. I think that they feel like their expectations and your expectations of this connection aren't in balance or sync with one another. They feel like they're currently kind of isolating themselves or trying to be patient here and allow things to unfold naturally and not being too kind of out there. There may be something about finances here with this being the Mister and the Ace of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles, and this being regret, that they regret kind of saying or exposing or telling you or committing to. My phone just lit up, guys, when I said that. So they could have messaged you something that they regret, or they could have said something that they regret. Or maybe I'm going to come back to that in a minute. This maturity is here because this person wants to grow this connection here with you. They want to be able to expand. They don't feel like there's romance here. This is what this person's kind of leaning towards, okay? The romantic side of this connection is something that this guy's begging for that, you know, to be able to have that or experience that. It's even though this person feels secure and they have everything that they need, that's one thing they kind of lack. Could be just that they lack in their relationship or just in their lives in general. But this is something that they want, and they want to, they're waiting for that. You know, this is like 3 of Wands energy. They're wanting you to kind of work with them on that. It's funny because you have this person in all these energies here. This one, they're all looking in this direction, okay? This one, this one, this one, and her. Even though she's facing that way, she's looking in this direction. And then your energy to me would be the other person here that you see. This person, this person, this person. And if I was looking at that and looking at your energy, This person feels like they have to like keep their guard up here with you a little bit, even though they feel vulnerable and they don't like feeling vulnerable around you. They do feel like there's something about you they feel uneasy about, or not sure about, or they question, and I think it has something to do with them still feeling like they're not getting their needs met here to some extent, and if that's something they need to continue. The lack of growth here is something they want to hold on to that, or if they should move on past it. Their expectations here, they're trying to not have, I feel like, expectation. But I think they're struggling with that because they feel this poverty, you know, when it comes to the romance. They could be running out of patience, you know. But if it was you here, and here, I think you're wondering if you should give to this person or not. I think you're wondering if you should take what this person's saying, if that's the truth. So this person could say things to you, and then you later could be like, I don't know if I believe them. And then also this person is, or I'm not buying into that, is something else that keeps coming to mind. But it has to do with not being able to trust something this person says, or it's just sometimes they say stuff that just to you don't get it, or you don't see it, or they have to not be telling you the truth, and there's no way that's true. Whatever that is, we'll get more detail in a minute, but this overconfidence here with you standing here like this and looking back, there's a level of you feeling like you're trying to maintain some sort of balance in this relationship, but you may feel like currently you're kind of losing your balance here. It's like I'm picturing in my head somebody that's juggling, but they're starting to lose it, you know, and you may feel like it's kind of getting wobbly on you. You're starting to lose like the balance or the control of things. And that's the part of the expectation that you have, is not to do that. Not to lose control, not to lose balance here. Okay, so I'm going to set these to the side. And guys, if y'all hear my stomach growling, I apologize. It is hungry. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? It's hungry. I can't help it. I will eat something as soon as I'm done. I want to finish this first. Okay, so let's get your tarot here. It's funny though, my stomach, I said that, and this guy here is eating here, you know, and then here he's eating as well, or took a bite out of the temptation. This person's wondering if they should have, if they've kind of gotten into this relationship and they're wondering if this is something they should have done or shouldn't have. Is this something that's going to end well, right? There, you have this. You have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, which is not an equal give and take, and then you have the Ten of Wands in reverse, which is wanting change when it comes to that. Radical change when it comes to the balance, the equal give and take here. There's a very self-focused energy here that this person can feel, and they don't feel like they're hungry. We have Death here and the Two of Discs. So this person's really kind of deciding, I feel like they're in this energy of juggling what they want with you here, or what they can have here with you. Okay, so pile 3, please. Let me just do one more quick shuffle here, guys. I don't know why. Feeling the need. Okay, so feel better? What does this person want to say to pile 3 that they feel like they can? Well, hi there. King of Wands. This person is very attracted to you. This person's very, very attracted to you. This person sees you as this King of Wands energy. I think that's maybe why this person feels so vulnerable. Well, these cards are just flying out. You have the Wheel of Fortune. You have the Five of Cups in reverse. So there's the isolation, you know, that's here. There's something about, guys, let me say this real quick before it's funny you have poverty in the Wheel of Fortune, huh? There's something about this relationship that this person feels, I mean, look at the way that she's on the ground. You have the 2 cups behind her, which is a partnership, But then you have the 3 cups that are here that are spilt, that she's thinking about, that she's having a hard time thinking about that. Now, the 5 of Cups is about that sadness, that disappointment. In reverse, it's trying to come out of that. This person could be isolating themselves, trying to get over what they lack in this relationship here. And it could be friendship, it could be getting together, it could be, yeah, I mean, the 3 of Cups is about emotionally supporting one another and not having that. And maybe they didn't want to hear it. Maybe you've told this person this, and she's holding her hands over her ears. Do you see? Maybe they didn't want to hear this, and they're trying to like let that information kind of sit for a minute. They're trying to just let it sink in for a minute, and how they feel about that. So this person could be isolating themselves from you for now, or thinking about doing that to try to figure this out. The Wheel of Fortune is about, I mean, we have Aries energy here, and we also have all the fixed signs. So we have Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. You may have a lot of, sorry, I don't know why it took me a minute to get that out, but you may have a lot of fixed energy in your chart, okay? A lot of fixed energy about, there's a, you know, this person here does things like, there's a traditional way of them doing things. And they may feel like however this is going, there's a certain kind of way that it needs to go. Like an understanding of that is hard on this person. It's like they feel like things should be in balance here, but they also feel this patient energy of it will all unfold in divine timing, right? The opportunities will come, or if this opportunity is here, there's a reason for it. You know, it's funny you have the yin yang symbol here. You see it again here on the Wheel of Fortune, but they're not in the same, they're not connected, right? They're on 2 different spectrums of one another. And it's like they think that, they feel like that if they put a certain amount of energy or effort into this connection, that however it's meant to unfold will unfold in divine timing. Yeah, the High Priestess in reverse. And this is this overconfident energy here. Again, you see this duality in the yin yang symbols there. There's heavy energy here of you and this person having this. It's like one person is complete one thing and the other person's a complete different thing. But it's a perfect duality. That's how the yin yang symbol goes together. You can't have one without the other. You can't have the darkness without the light. You can't have this without that. But there's a spark of one in each, you know? This High Priestess in reverse, Pisces energy. This is the unknown and things coming out into the surface about that. And so this expectations the 2 of you may have, this person maybe have recently been illuminated to that, what the expectations that you have, or what they feel like their expectations are in this. And that might have come up to the surface. The secrets of that might have come to the surface in some way. Or this person may see you as being someone that feels confident in getting what it is that you want here. Is throwing this person off. I'm so sorry. Y'all hear my stomach? It's so bad. I don't know why. It's just all of a sudden it just started doing this. I don't know if y'all are hungry. What's going on with you guys? We have all these people eating over here. I doubt this coffee will help, but I'm going to try. Something was exposed here. Because this person here is looking at you like this guy's just wanting to choke the chicken. Wanting to choke the chicken. That's what this card is, guys. I'm not being vulgar at all. That is literally what she's thinking. It's in her mind. Expression of things and your expectations is what's kind of been exposed. This person may be having a hard time kind of with this energy here, kind of seeping into that knowing. So, strength in reverse with growth in reverse. This is the same kind of energy, Leo energy here for me. In reverse, it's someone that, again, there's a level of vulnerability here that this person feels in this connection as far as the growth that goes of this connection. They don't feel like this connection at a point right now is strong enough to grow in the way that they would like for it to grow, or they don't feel like that you feel enough for this person in order for this connection to grow in a certain way. Yet they do still feel fortunate to have this connection here. It's like having something, it's like having a huge fortune in front of you, but you can see it and you could smell it. You can maybe even touch it, but you just can't keep it. Oh, that's what this relationship is to this person. It's like you're just in a little bit distance. There's a lack of growth here, and that this person's kind of also maybe kind of in a place to where, again, they want to have patience, but they're kind of running out of patience of how this thing's kind of coming together and growing together. You have the yin yang symbol again that she's holding there, because this person's kind of seeing the differences here and knowing that there's differences between the two of you, and feeling, again, trying to trust. Yeah, the Ten of Wands, trust in that burden, trust in the burdens that they're experiencing, trust in the pain that they're experiencing. Trust in that all this wasn't in kind of vain for this person in some kind of way. Why is the King of Wands here? Okay, well that flipped. Two of Cups. Guys, this person is... this person feels very passionate about this connection here with you. About the... But this is what they can't tell you. This is what they can't tell you. They can't tell you, hey, I feel this duality in this connection. That's kind of this undeniable kind of duality that's here. This Two of Cups is a perfect representation of it. You don't have the peace symbol here, the reflection of that, but you have the harmony within the connection of the two sides, the dark and the light. You know, you have the sun here and then the moon here. So you have the clarity, the success, the joy, the positivity, and then you have the moon, which brings in the illusions, the deception, the things that aren't really there, the protective energy, the darkness, you know, the negativity that's here. But how the two of those are needed in order to find this perfect balance of harmony and peace. They see this part in this connection here with you. And it kind of just sets this person on fire when it comes to this connection. This is why they want growth here, and they're frustrated that it hasn't kind of transpired, or that maybe you're kind of putting a halt to things in some kind of way. So they're trusting in the divine that it will unfold right, but they can't. This lights this person up. This idea behind this connection and how the two of you kind of are this perfect kind of duality here is it lights this person up. Of this connection, they want this partnership. They want this partnership. They want to have this experience. You know, the King of Wands is someone that's moving towards what they feel passionate about, and this person feels passionate about this connection. They feel passionate about the way that the two of you interact, or the dynamic of your understanding of each other. How they feel like in this connection they could grow mentally, you know, with relationships. Why is the Five of Cups in reverse? Yeah, here comes the conflict. There's two fives here, guys. This person's having to kind of sit, and I already talked about this again. They do feel like you're very closed off to them, which gives them a lack of peace. Because they want this. They want this connection. They want to interact. They want this friendship. This is emotional support with one another. And there's a closed off energy to that this person's seeing. And it could have outside influences to it. But they're having this internal conflict with, okay, this person's closed off to this, and then how to get over that. How do I get over this? This can't come together. This isn't working out. We have differences here. It's kind of funny because it's like, this person sees this connection as the differences of this connection are what helps this person to kind of evolve or grow or understand things in some kind of way. It's like giving this person a perspective that they can't see themselves, vice versa, you know, in this relationship. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? And they want it, but they don't feel like they can have it. Yeah, the Lover's in reverse. So, unfortunately, the connection they feel is here, but it's not being, it's one-sided. They feel like this whole entire thing is kind of a one-sided thing. They don't feel like you feel at all what they feel. The wants and the needs and the goals and the shared vision and the, you know, it's different. It's completely opposites. But they're seeing that also, uniquely enough, as a fortune. It's upright. But there's a disconnect that's here because if it was like this, it would be, you know, great. There's a fortunate relationship that's here. You'll have the same kind of shared stuff. They're saying the fact that you don't share the same views, the fact that you have different perspectives is what's fortunate in this connection, but it's not being open to growth. This is what they would want. This is what they would want to try to explain to you that they want, but they either don't know how or don't feel like they can because there's this very nervous energy this person feels around you. I don't know if this person is afraid of kind of losing you, or things ending here with the World being the bottom of the deck. This could be their main focus. There could be things that they regret kind of saying in the past here with that Judgment being there with regret. Why is the High Priestess in reverse? Okay, well, the Devil. So something was exposed here about how maybe this person may feel like you feel trapped in some kind of way, or you feel like this is just you have the Lovers and the Devil here. So this is kind of a lust and love, and lust is the one that's upright with the High Priestess in reverse, which is the secret that's being exposed, is that I think this person feels like this connection for them or this connection for you is toxic. That's what they're grieving. We're going to get more into depth with that. Yeah, this Two of Swords and the Three of Discs just came out. A lack of commitment. I think this person's kind of trying to decide about this connection, to be honest. But they're not strong enough to, things aren't coming together the way this person wants them to, and they can't decide if they want to stay committed to this connection or not because it makes them feel weak. It makes them feel very vulnerable. They can't decide if they can trust the situation or not. If that line is going to, you know, bite their hand off, you know, eventually or not. And they're very confused about what it is that they feel and they want versus what it is that's kind of transpiring. It's not the same. Yeah, look at that. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. That's what this is. This person is, he's holding all these swords. He's standing around the corner. He's seeing that one more sword, you know, that he needs, or he forgot, or he lost, or he didn't see. He's worried about it. This person's worried about the things that they aren't seeing, or if there's a truth underlining, just a straight up truth here. They're making this out to be something that it's not. They're not seeing the truth. The Ace of Swords. And there's your Queen, and there's your Knight. There's a lot of fire here, guys. But I think this person's insecure about you having this hot and cold energy, and there's your line again. And he's riding that line, you know. This person's afraid of, they're nervous that their intuition is off, and they're worried about you having this hot and cold energy here. And not there not being any progress, nothing that's grounded here. Tell me more. Let's just get a few more, okay? I forgot message cards in pile 2, I think. Did I? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Sorry. I just had a little scarcity mindset for a second. Why is the King of Wands here with the 2 of Cups? Oh. Queen of Cups in reverse. Somebody's bringing the fire, somebody's bringing the emotions here. You know, you have the dualities here. You have the fire and the water. But the water's not upright. This is something that they're not expressing. They're bottling this up. They're bottling back their desire here of what they want, of how they see you, how they see this connection. They're not expressing any of that, of their feelings. They're holding back their feelings here. The Queen of Cups in reverse is someone that's, she's Cancer energy. She's resulting back to her shell. And it's the vulnerability that I picked up on up here, plus that Strength in reverse as well. Why is the 5 of Cups in reverse with the 5 of Wands? There's a change that happened here, Judgment in reverse. Got Judgment here twice, guys. There's something that this person regrets expressing, I feel like, or seeing things in a way that they weren't. Maybe this person, there's something this person kind of maybe did or said or something that they regret because it may have caused some kind of conflict here, and it caused, like, it hurt. I don't know what that was for you guys, but they're trying to heal from whatever that was. It's kind of rapid, though. This person's doing this in a rapid way, which makes me wonder how many cycles you've been through with this person. They're getting over this. Judgment is about facing your fear. And it's funny, I'm actually seeing it as this person is actually being confronted with their fear. And I think their fear is this blocked energy with you, or you seeing this connection in a different way. And it's caused this upset. But they're getting over this, trying to get over this. They're having to live their fear here. Why is the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers in reverse, the Empress in reverse? I think this person feels like they would give you, I mean, the Empress gives everything, right? Two things. One is I think this person, there's some insecurities with this, because I think this person feels like you don't feel like they are or can be this kind of Empress energy, or embody this kind of Empress energy of having everything that you need, or seeing them in a certain kind of way. But there's also this wanting to depend on one another that I'm seeing from this, with this Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers, and having that duality that's there that we talked about. This person wants to be able to have this, for the two of you to be able to depend on each other. And it's not a codependency, even though it's what this card could mean. It's having this, you can just depend on each other. It's like this person just wants this supportive friendship here. But it's unfortunate that this person feels like you don't see them in the same way that they see you. That's what they would say. That I think that hurts. I think that hurts this person. That they feel like you don't see them as someone that would that has everything that you need. Yeah, because the Empress and the Lovers are both in reverse. No lie. Can't make this up. Duality in reverse. This person feels as if you don't see the way that the differences are between the two of you as being that perfect duality as they do. I mean, this is in reverse because this is their fear, but they feel patient. This person has a lot of understanding of the way kind of the wheel spins, and if they can just continue to, it's almost like if I just wait, just have patience here, maybe it'll just unfold the way that it's supposed to. I think that they just are trying to put a lot of faith and trust into spirit. I mean, that's basically all I'm seeing from that. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. The Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands. This person's kind of putting their trust into spirit that this is going to move towards an emotional connection here at some point with you. This is what their wish is. This is what they would tell you. I wish that this could be like an emotional connection. This is something that I want. This is what they would say. This is what they would communicate. But why is the High Priestess in the reverse with the Devil here? King of Pentacles in reverse. They may feel like you feel like you can't offer them anything grounded, or you may have said you can't offer them anything grounded. The King of Pentacles is someone that's not being in reverse, not being very honest with what it is that they can do, or they feel like they can do. And this person may be seeing you as someone that you don't see yourself as someone that can. If this was something that was grounded in some kind of way, there's a toxicity behind this. But this also goes into, this person feels like there's things that you're not telling this person. They feel like there's things you're not saying to them or telling them, and that's why they don't know if they can fully trust you here. They don't know the reason behind why you're part of this connection or why you're around them. There's a question of honesty that's here. This person, tell me more about that. Why is the King of Pentacles in reverse? The World, again. This person feels like you don't feel secure in the world, in your world. You don't feel stable in your world, or you don't feel like this connection is something that would be stable in y'all's world. But this person's also worried about the ending here, worried about a ending here. Because you may look at this as a toxic relationship. Why is the Two of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Strength in reverse? Knight of Swords. This is what they want to communicate to you. The Page of Swords in reverse is because with the Emperor, there's your Emperor, there's your counterpart. Both in reverse, you aren't seeing each other's kind of way of uniting here with the Four of Wands. There's a lack of harmony, and it has to do with the moon that's lingering in the background here, okay? This deceptive kind of energy, this lingering, the fear that's in the background here is keeping there being a lack of harmony in this connection. This person feels like you're trying to control the communication, or you have the control when it comes to how things are being played out and that communication that happens in this connection, and they don't have any control here. That's why they kind of feel isolated. It's like someone that's waiting their turn to speak patiently. He's got the hand here. This person would communicate that they don't want to. Okay. They would say, I don't know that I want to be involved or stay in this connection, but I don't know that I can let go of this connection either. I want there to be a decision here. And I think that they want you to decide, because I don't think that they feel like they're strong enough to make the decision. If you don't want to work with them here, if you don't want to collaborate here, then it's like, what choice do they have? But they don't feel strong enough to communicate this to you. There's a level of this person just feeling too insecure and kind of wanting to be patient and have things unfold, but they're afraid they're being naive. And they're making the wrong decision by staying into something that's not working. You aren't working together. You know, they don't feel like they're getting their needs met, basically. And they're trying to figure out the dynamics of that. If I'm not getting my needs met here, what am I doing here? Like, what is it that I really want, and what should I kind of get away from? They don't know. They would tell you, I have no idea if I want to stay in this or not. I don't know what to do, because they feel this, but they feel restricted. And it makes them feel uncomfortable that they can't be themselves, which is this emotional self here. You know. Okay, so what would this person say to pile 3 if they could say, I came right out. Friendship, guys. I'm telling you, this person, this right here, this 5 of Cups, you have those 3 cups that are spilt and that they're thinking about. They're trying to get over that boundary that you've placed there. We have play hard. So this person, guys, this person just wants to enjoy you. They just want to enjoy you. They just want to have this friendship here and enjoy you. You know, and have time with you. Find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. That's what they want. That's what they would tell you. I want to tell you so much. They do, but they can't. There's fear here. This is why this is a shadow card. They're afraid to tell you too much. They're afraid to express themselves here. You've put a guard up here. I don't know what comes next. Yeah, see? They don't want to decide. They're just waiting. I'll just wait and see what the world holds. I'll just wait and see what happens. They can't. It's like they can't let go. I fantasize about you. I told you, this person is very attracted to you. But they don't know if that's, you know, that's a shadow card. So they don't know if, I don't know if you've said something to this person, but now I think that the lack of growth here, I don't think that they know what that this connection is for them, as far as if they do have this lust for you, you know, if they do have that King of Wands, I mean, they carry a lot of fire for you, and they fantasize about you. They're looking at that is that, you know, is that bad? Is that this part of this connection maybe something that they don't want to let go of, or they don't feel like they can, or there's a weakness there with Strength in reverse, you know? This is what they wouldn't tell you. I think this is what they wouldn't tell you. They don't feel like they can tell you no. You know, they don't feel like they can say no to you. I hope that you're happy for me. This is a shadow card. So I think that this person may feel like that you don't really care about kind of them or what's going on with them. Like you just don't care about them. There's a lot of shadow cards here. You did not break me. This is on top of the 5s, the differences of what the judgment was placed here. Judgment call. The truth, facing that fear. Remember that we talked about. They're facing that fear and they're saying, you know, you didn't break me here. This isn't going to break me. I'm still kind of here. Lots of shadow cards. I pretend that I don't care. Yeah, because they're keeping everything to themselves. I don't really know you because, again, this person kind of wonders if they're being naive here in this. There's a lot of fear here. You can tell in the very beginning, I hide my feelings. So they're hiding their feelings here from you because they feel like, I mean, this person doesn't feel like you really care, and they pretend. So they pretend. Okay, you don't care, I don't care. They're going to pretend like they don't care, even though they really want to tell you everything. They're holding back their feelings here because this person, I think if you have a guard up with this person, they almost don't feel safe because of the guard that you've kind of put up. It's made them feel where they don't feel safe in being vulnerable to express themselves, or they're worried about a fear of of abandonment, or fear of you kind of leaving them if they do kind of express themselves, or scaring you off in some kind of way. So they keep to themselves. They don't communicate things, and they hide how they feel. This person would not tell you how vulnerable they feel around you, and how, I think this person, as far as this energy of this fantasizing energy, this lustful energy, I think this person just can't tell you no. I think this person has this desire that they feel for you, and they have a hard time resisting that. I don't think that they can resist that. And I don't know if you know how much this person feels in that way, but they don't know if that's good or bad. And I think that has something to do with something maybe you've expressed. Anything else? Okay, well, we'll leave it at that one. We have, we will be together again, longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. This person, I feel like, does long for you, but I think it has to do with this friendship and wanting to time. I regret lying to you. I pretend that I don't care, and I regret lying to you, but I want to tell you so much. This person, it's like if you have a conversation with this person, they walk away thinking of all the things that they wish they would have said. Man, I would have said this and I would have said that. Did I say that right? Did I do this? Did I do that? It's like that for this person. Okay, so let's see what the future holds here. If they act like they don't care, they regret that. I should have acted like I cared more. I mean, it's like all this. Maybe I should have expressed myself even out of fear of them running off and leaving me, or whatever, you know. It's like there's a lot of back and forth in this person's mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Guys, this person's fear may be overtaking them a little bit, and I think they may know that. They may sense that intuitively, that that's getting to be too much, and they're, sorry guys, they're trying to find, that's it right there. They're trying to find this balance, okay? They're very close at finding balance here, but they may isolate themselves away from you in order to do so. This is someone that would do that, something like that. Now, Queen of Pentacles will revert back to her shell when she feels vulnerable. We have the letter here, so I feel like this person, you'll be communicating soon with this person, or you'll have some kind of news come out with this person. Your intuition may also already be picking up on these things, that this person wants to talk to you or say something to you to some extent. Can I have another one here for future energies here? Sexual union. There is a strong, passionate, physical connection with someone here. We know. That's here. If this person hasn't told you this is something that they're going to express. They may be open and wanted to express this, you know, that they feel that and they can't control that. But there's more behind it. And this may be what they regret not expressing fully. How much more is behind that? Soulmate. This person does feel this way. And they're trying to cut out all the obsessive energy and all the uncertainty that's here. But it has to be, you know, love this person, guys, and express new love and hope. Yeah, this person would come to you and talk to you and have a conversation with you. I think that if they could. Actually, before I get into a message from Spirit, I want to get some of these, because I want to get more on this. There's more here. Remember I said this person doesn't know if this is something that's good? So if you've expressed to this person this devil energy, this toxicity that's here, and it has to do with this more fantasizing kind of sexual union kind of energy that's here, and how they kind of hide that or keep that or feel like they can't make a decision on that or commit or something. A lack of commitment. You're not choosing them. They don't know if they should commit to that. It's like this person can't figure out if this is something they should stay involved in or not, or if they are, you know, we saw that 10 of Wands. They don't know if they're a burden here. They may feel kind of like they are the burden, you know, in some kind of way. If it's toxic, why is the letter here? What is the letter about? Wisdom. So you're going to be gaining some kind of wisdom here. And it has to do with what this person's learned throughout this experience. Tell me more about the book. What is this book energy for? Apology tried to just get its way out, but it didn't come out all the way. In manifestation, law of attraction, thoughts become things. This person, they want to kind of apologize, I guess, to some extent about what they felt like they manifested in this connection, okay? What they felt like has manifested in the connection itself up until this point is something this person wants to apologize for. So take that how it resonates, but you will get some answers from that, how this person feels. Why is the sexual union here? Came right out. No kidding. We have spy here, but it's the number 15, which is the devil in tarot. Again, that devil energy. This person may feel kind of obsessive when it comes to the desire that they have for you. And I don't see the spy thing as being anything other than this person wondering. You know, spies wonder. They don't know. They have to kind of figure it out. This person may be just trying to figure out if this is something that they want to kind of maintain or keep themselves involved in. Okay. There's something else with that I'm not seeing. What is it? I'm not seeing something there. What is it? What is spy here? Sexual union. The sword and the rose, the truth, revelation, protection. This person may feel like they don't know if they need to protect themselves here or not, and they want the truth about that. Should they protect themselves from this devil, this toxicity, this connection? They don't know. It's like if this is going on here, this would be like something that this person would say, I need to know if this is something that is harmful or if this is something you want to protect, and so that they can make this decision if this is something they want to continue or not, you know? That might be that conversation that's coming. An apology about that. Healthy choices. Yep, that's what it is, guys. Healthy choices. And chaser and addiction. This person doesn't want to be the chaser. They don't want to feel this addiction. This restraint when it comes to this. This person wants friendship. They want emotional connection. Yeah. They want clarity about all that, and they want to make the healthiest choice for you and them. Because it says being happier, and this person wants you to be happy in the end. They are scared of abandonment. They are scared of confronting you with this, expressing this, because they are afraid of losing you. But it's almost like they're trying to figure out if this is healthy or not. Because if it's not for them, at least it's for you. Is this healthy or not? This person's definitely putting, I feel like, you kind of in the forefront. Okay. That makes sense. So let's see. You are magical. What is true for you? Can you be impeccable with your word? Sure you can. As long as it's not used to manipulate others. The truth can set everyone free. Let go of the results. Let go of your fears and allow the truth to empower you and others. This will set into motion a kind of change that will be supportive of you and loving in all kinds of prosperities. That's not how you say that word, but anyway, this is not a time to compromise or hide your truth from others. Whatever it is that you want, go for it. And be clear in the motives, especially with yourself. You'll be so happy that you did. This is a time where you will tap into the power to co-create and manifest your best life. Doesn't that feel amazing? And the results, miraculous. When you tell the truth and ask the same of others, you can learn a lot from life's beautiful lessons, bountiful lessons, and achieve your dreams. Love you always. There's an idea behind this in order to be able to manifest what it is you want, of being honest and being clear with your honesty here. This is something this person wants. This is something that would be the healthiest choice moving forward, to have this mutual understanding, and being authentic about what you want. Guys, it always comes back down to that. If you're not authentic about what you want, if you're not authentic and truthful about it, or if this person's not being... What happens is we kind of try to manipulate the situation, and when we do that, it actually causes chaos. It causes fear. It causes illusions. It causes destruction. It causes anxieties. It causes stress. It opens the door and allows all the negative kind of stuff to seep in slowly but surely, because you're not being honest. And if you're not being honest with how you feel, then this person is only giving you the information from your up until as much as you're honest. They're looking through this and judging this through your actions and what you've said. So if you're not being truthful and open about it, that's the only thing that they can judge from. That's the only thing they can gauge from. And I think this person kind of senses, to be honest with you, that there's a little more there, intuitive wise, that they pick up on, that you feel, but you may not fully be expressing. And it's confusing. It's confusing. And this person doesn't understand how they can see this duality here and how it fits. But you don't kind of see that as the same. And they just want to understand that. And they just want honesty. And I think that you want that as well. But I don't think that necessarily you may completely ask for that, because this person's having a hard time with that. I mean, they're having a hard time with that too. And it could be that there's a fear here of abandonment. Maybe you as well, of what would happen in this connection if there's something here that you both may be kind of afraid of being vulnerable with. There's sex again. Again, all my readings. Completion, yeah. It's a belief. Simplicity. Witness, don't identify. Absolutely. Whatever's being said about this person's contemplating it. They're thinking about it. They're worried about it. They're looking at it. They're thinking about it. Is it healthy? Is it not healthy? Is this addiction? What is this? They're questioning how they feel, about it. And it's something that was expressed. And they're wondering if this is something that they should stop, if there should be a completion there in the world. We've seen it twice. But is this just your belief, or is it their belief? What do they believe here? All they want is simplicity in this connection. They don't want to identify with a label of what something is. They just want it to be simple here. And I think that's what you kind of want as well. Not identifying with what it is, or why it's unfolding in this way, or whatever that is. This person wants a simple, just normal kind of, I think, relationship to some extent. They don't want to have it be something that it's not. And if it's not that, if it's not simple, if it's not healthy and simple and make you happy, then what's the point? I mean, GRT. We have E, Be you, be you, be you. Be authentic, guys. Be you. Again. 5 is that change. That's what needs to change. There's a heart here. We also have Y. Now we have L, E, Z, E. Lots of E's. U, L, M or W, A, Y, O, G, another E, N, I, and N. I'm looking. Not seeing anything, but I am looking. Lie. Right there. Yep. This person does not want to lie to you. This person doesn't want to be lied to. And this is like this whole overall message. Be you. They just want you to be you. Whoever that is, they just want you to be honest. I see none in the bowl. I don't know why, but I feel like this person is like, I hear like there's nobody else, but also I think this person's kind of just, there's this energy here of this person just like with all this sexual energy, like this nun energy, like they'll just, like they don't have to have this, is what they're kind of saying. If it's a lie, you know? Strange. Okay, gotcha. Game. They don't want to play games. Oh, Foolish Games, that song. Foolish Games, guys. Jewel, Foolish Games, playing in my head right now. I can't sing it because my throat's all jacked up, but it's here. I don't know what I'm spelling. Gaming is what I'm spelling for some reason. I've got boys, that's why. There's not an S, but I see game. Foolish Games, guys, look it up. There's some messages there, I feel like, from this person. That's what this person's song is for you. Foolish Games, Jewel. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave you here. This is a long reading. Hope you enjoyed it. I like doing these long ones on the weekend, so more time. Of course, all mine are long. So what am I talking about? But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it resonates and makes sense for you guys. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for your love. Thanks for your support. If y'all want a personal reading from me, my information for that's in the description box. Just shoot me an email, send you back the info, and we can get you set up. And that's all I have. Thanks, guys, and I hope the best for you guys. Good luck to y'all, and I hope to see you soon.